Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the January 17th meeting of the Zoning Committee. My name is Matt Westmoreland. I am joined by my colleagues Keisha Waits, Liliana Bakhtiari, Mary Norwood, Jason Dozier. Thank you. Councilmember Overstreet will be joining us shortly. I will make a motion to adopt the agenda, seconded by Councilmember Bakhtiari. If we can open that vote.
Waits says aye.
One moment. And the vote is open.
Five yeas, 0 nays. The agenda is adopted. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting. Seconded by Norwood. Please open that vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed.
5 yeas, 0 nays. Those are approved. Next up, colleagues, if you would spend some time thinking about goals that you would like this committee to address in the coming year and send those my way. We can have a conversation on February 12th and then approve those at our next meeting. Next up on our agenda is public comment.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. We can also do the election of the vice chair. I will look to anyone, Councilmember Dozier, if you'd like to make a nomination.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to nominate Councilmember Overstreet.
Okay. Any other nominations?
Second.
All right. We'll make that a motion from Councilman Dozier to make Councilmember Overstreet the vice chair. Second from Ms. Waits. If we can open that vote.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed.
5 yeas, 0 nays. We will let Councilmember Overstreet know she's the vice chair as soon as she gets here. Next up on our agenda is public comment. Members of the public have 3 minutes to speak on items that have not been to either ZRB or the BZA. We do have an item that is on held that is coming off of held at the request of the district council member today, and there are 2 individuals here to speak to that item. So first up is Kevin Kleinhelter. All right, followed by Jim Stokes. Everybody knows.
Speak about 177 Huntington Road, which is number 20 on the agenda. It currently is a 1955 ranch, which is inconsistent with Brookwood Hills. It currently sits on what was originally deeded as 2 properties, 2 50-foot wide lots, which is consistent with that section of the street and that side of the street. So all we're asking is to reinstate those lots back to where they were so we can build 2 single-family homes that'll be more consistent with what the neighborhood looks like. So, and I've got neighborhood, probably at least 30+ people that surround the area, so they're all in agreement with it. So,
good deal. Thank you very much.
all right.
Mr. Stokes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jim Stokes. I'm the NPU representative from Brookwood Hills. I just wanted to say we support this ordinance. We think it is a good thing to tear down the house that is there and have 2 houses created. Kevin Kleinhelter is a proven builder, has done a couple of very nice houses in the neighborhood, and we think it will be good for Brookwood Hills and has a lot of support in the neighborhood. Thanks.
Thank you. Gotta love those public comments. Next up on the agenda is a public hearing. I will make a motion to open the public hearing, second by Councilmember Bakhtiari. If we can open that vote. We've also been joined by Vice Chair Marcy Collier Overstreet.
Thank you. Thank you.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. It will be 6 yeas.
6 yeas, 0 nays. The public hearing is open. Nobody signed up to speak, and so unless anyone in the room would like to, I will second Councilmember Bakhtiari. No, I won't. First, we need to hear the caption.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, council members. Item number 1, 230-1663, MRPA 2314, an ordinance by zoning committee to grant a certificate under the provisions of the Metropolitan River Protection Act to allow the construction of a single-family detached dwelling with a sports court and a swimming pool for property located at 4433 Centennial Post Road Northwest, 1.58 acres in land lot 214 of the 17th District, Fulton County, Georgia. Owner Graham Holdings, LLC. Applicant Mike Parmalee, NPUA, Council District 8.
Now I will second Councilmember Bakhtiari's motion to close the public hearing.
One moment.
Properly.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed.
6 yeas, 0 nays. The public hearing is closed. I will make a motion to approve 230-1633. Second by Councilmember Norwood.
The vote is open. And the vote is closed.
6 yeas, 0 nays. That item is favorable. Next up on our agenda are ordinances for first reading. There are 9 that will be sounded at the next full council meeting on January 22nd. That takes us to ordinances for second reading. Director of Zoning and Development, Kidda Holmes, will read the captions for items 11 through 15, which without objection, we will take as a block.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 11, 230-1488, Z2359, an ordinance by Councilmember Marcy Collier Overstreet to waive certain provisions in Section 1618T005 of the City of Atlanta Code of Ordinances related to drive-through service windows so as to allow an eating and drinking establishment at 2845 Greenbrier Parkway Southwest to operate a drive-through service window and for other purposes. Staff, NPU, and ZRB recommendation is approval. Item number 12, 230-1489, Z2360, an ordinance by Councilmember Marcy Collier Overstreet to amend Part 3 Land Development Code, Part 16, Chapter 43, Subarea 4, Section 1643009, relationship of building to street of the Campbellton Road overlay and for other purposes. Staff, NPU, and ZRB recommendation is approval. Item number 13, 230-1565, Z2357, an ordinance by zoning committee to rezone from English Avenue Special Public Interest District Subarea 1 to English Avenue Special Public Interest District Subarea 3 for property located at 657 Jones Avenue Northwest. Staff and ZRB recommendation is approval. NP recommendation is denial. Item number 14, 230-1638, U2329, an ordinance by zoning committee for a special use permit for a park pursuant to Section 16060051K for property located at 1425 Lucille Avenue Southwest. Staff, NPU, and ZRB recommendation is approval. And item number 15, 230-1639, U2330, an ordinance by zoning committee for a special use permit for a park pursuant to Section 16060051K for property located at 396 Enoda Place Southwest. Staff, NPU, and ZRB recommendation is approval.
Thank you. I'll make a motion to approve. Second by Bakhtiari. Please open that vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed.
6 yeas, 0 nays. Those items are favorable. Final item is coming off of held. It's item number 20.
Item number 20, 230-1660, an ordinance by Councilmember Alex Wine to waive Section 1507006 of the Land Subdivision Ordinance of the City of Atlanta for the purposes of facilitating an acknowledgement of 175, also known as 177 Huntington Road Northeast, as 2 separate lots substantially consistent with the historic configuration and prevailing plat pattern and for other purposes.
Make a motion to approve. Second by Bakhtiari.
Vote is open. all members please vote? And the vote is closed.
6 yeas, 0 nays, that item is favorable. That is our final item of the day. If there are no general remarks, we do. Go for it. Councilmember Overstreet.
This is what late people do. They try to
Prolong
get
the
their
meeting.
time in. But I just wanted to speak to some legislation that I have going through the system, and everyone is concerned about. It actually touches on micro homes for the city, and I just want to make sure that I mention a couple facts. I'm not sure if anyone's contacted you all, but make sure that if anyone asks you about the paper, that my paper is not prohibiting anything. That's the most important thing. They just want to make sure we're not prohibiting anything, and it doesn't. And also, I just want to emphasize how important it is that Atlanta maintains all of the neighborhoods that we have. No matter the size of the neighborhood, the type of neighborhood, they all want to stay like they are. Atlanta is like no one else, and everyone knows that. We have so many different types of neighborhoods, and we don't want all of our neighborhoods to look the same. And that is what this paper is about. It's not about trying to keep tiny homes or micro homes away from Atlanta, because I don't want to do that. I've actually done field trips to different micro home developments and actually like the way they look and how they serve those particular communities. So we have lots of places in some single family home zone areas that will be a perfect spot for micro homes. What the paper says is that we have to put our eyes on it if it's in R1 through R5. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. And PDH as well.
And PDH. So that is all the paper says. Any small home developments under 750 square feet, we have to put our eyes on to make sure that it preserves the character of the neighborhood. That is all it says. And do you have anything to add about the paper?
No, ma'am. You're exactly right. It prohibits nothing. It just allows everything. It just requires that if it is submitted, it has to come to the community.
And I did get one more question from a developer, thinking that we were trying to restrict ADUs. This has absolutely nothing to do with ADUs. This is standalone properties on standalone lots. That is all. Okay, so it prohibits nothing, has nothing to do with ADUs. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Councilmember Waits.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There is no germaneness to this, but I wanted to use this opportunity. There is a challenge with red light tickets being issued in a corridor near, I guess, Gideon's Elementary, which they're indicating is on Pryor Road. So I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that, but I will raise this issue in the Transportation Committee. Having spoke with the solicitor, Erica Smith, she's indicating that the city of Atlanta has nothing to do with those cameras. In fact, they're managed by the state of Georgia. And so she'll be making a call as well. So I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that, but I would direct those conversations to Erica Smith if you receive those citations. I have constituents now, there are about 13 that have never been in that area. And so, again, the school they're using on the citation is Gideon's Elementary, and they're indicating it is on Pryor Road, and it is not. Thank you.
And I've had
Councilmember
a
Norwood.
person on Peachtree Battle who received a ticket and didn't understand it at all. So, and it's because they're near schools, and that's where this is coming from, is a special zone right near a school where if you're speeding, they automatically ticket you. That's where it came from.
Y'all getting a preview of the Transportation Committee. Councilmember Overstreet.
Transportation speak, for sure. But yes, that is absolutely correct. If a child lives within a mile radius of a school, they can't take the bus. So what happens is, even if you're not on the main street where the school is, if you're within a mile radius, they have put up red light cameras on the most dangerous streets, because those children are pretty much either being driven to school by family members or friends, or they have to walk because they are not eligible to ride the bus. And the city of Atlanta has zero purview over those lights or where they're designated in putting them.
Any other general remarks?
No, I'm good.
All right. I don't have a gavel, but Councilmember Norwood would be good to happy to know I wouldn't use it even if I did. So we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.